Hi guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to Forming New Habits. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to have you all here. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Today, I want to share with you guys how I plan to prepare financially for the new year and how you can too. So when we think about the new year, we think about New Year resolution, right? And most people start planning at the start of the year. But I found that when I do this, my New Year's resolutions don't stick. So I never follow through. I start and then I stop, right? So that's why I like to prepare ahead of time. So let's look at the 3 ways we can have a successful 2025. So we have so much going on in this last quarter. We have Thanksgiving, we have Black Friday, we have Christmas, so many things to take our money, right? Especially Christmas. So the first step, right, and I'm going to write it down. Number 1, do not go into debt before the new year, right? So don't go into debt for your kids. Don't go into debt for your partner. Don't go into debt for anyone, right? Because you're going to have to pull yourself out most of the time by yourself. So instead, we're going to budget and plan for how much we can afford to spend, right? And if we don't have it, then we just don't have it. Like, we're not going to try to force it. We're not going to try to put this on a credit card in order to get our family some Christmas gifts. Because guess what? We're the ones that are going to have to deal with it at the end of the day. So figure out how much you want to spend and then work from there, right? And to piggyback off of this, learn how to say no. Like, this is something that I'm still learning how to do. I put myself into so much debt just because I didn't know how to say no. Just because I didn't know how to say I don't have it, right? And it's okay to say no. It's okay to not have it, because you can't help someone when you're on one foot. So focus on building up yourself, and then you'll have enough to give as much as your heart desires. Because that is my goal. That is where I want to be one day, to be able to give freely, to be able to give as my heart desires. But I know that I need to get myself into a certain position before I can do that. So we got to help ourselves before we can help others, right? So remember, don't go into debt for anyone, not even yourself. All right, that's our first step. Now, step number 2 is plan, and plan. Right? It's so important to plan before we get there, because then we get there, we don't have a plan, then we try to scramble something up, and then it doesn't stick, right? So we end up falling back into the same routine, right? So having a plan is so important. So let's look at what our financial goals are, right? How much do we want to save? How much debt do we want to pay off, right? And how do we plan to use our tax refund if we get one? So these are the things we should look at and plan. So I know for me and my family, the plan is to pay off majority of our debt in 2025. So I'm just going to use an example focusing on the US debt for the purpose of this video, because I have debt in the US and I have debt in Canada. So we'll just focus on the US debt, right? So currently in the US, we're at $19,456.03. That's where we're at right now. And by the end of the year, by the beginning of the year, we'll be at $14,711.52. So I'm gonna write that down here, that by January 2025, our new balance will be $14,711.52, right? So this is what I'll be working with at the start of the year. And within this year, or within the year 2025, we're gonna want to pay $6,966.52. That's how much we want to go towards our debt in 2025, right? So $6,966.52. This is how much is going towards our debt. Right? And then that's going to leave us with $7,745 left to pay. And then we have our car payment, which is going to be a next segment that we're going to work on, right? So again, notice how specific I am, because this is going to ensure that change happens. We have to be specific. So let's look at what specific debts will go in 2025. All right, guys. So let me just quickly jump to my debt overview page right here. And I had this written down the beginning of 2024. So far, all the ones that are checked here, this is what has already been paid off. So let me just get a pencil. All right, so in 2025, we want to get rid of this hospital 2022 bill. This is what we started at, $11,081.08. And this should be paid off based on the calculations that I did. This should be paid off by April 2025, right? This hospital bill here, this is what we're going to have left. Remember that $7,745 that we're going to have remaining? That's this bill. And then this is because they still haven't sent out the bill for it. So I decided to just wait on them. Like, it doesn't make sense to be making payments. Well, I can't make payments anyways because I didn't get the bill yet. So this is why this is on hold. So we'll see in the new year how we're going to work this one out, right? And then for Quest and Capital One, these two I'm planning to pay off before the start of 2025. So those will already be out of the way, right? Our car payment is going to be our next segment that we're going to work on. And then the baby's portion of the hospital bill, this will also be paid off in April 2025. All right, guys. So this is just a detailed list of what is going to be paid off. So more than likely, we're going to have the remaining hospital bill and the car payment, which is currently at $13,000, I believe. I've got to get the exact numbers. So it's currently around $13,000. These two are going to be the next two debt payments that we're going to tackle. Hopefully it will be 2025. If not, then 2026. So our last step, you guys, is write it down. And this is so important. We're going to write it down and we're going to put it where we can see it. So put it on your wall, wherever you feel like you can see this every day. That's where you need to put this. Okay? I have debt free posted on my walls. I have no more taking out debt, so that I'm reminded every day of my goal and where I want to be in life. I want to be financially free, and carrying around debt for me is a huge setback. So I'm breaking the cycle, and I hope that whatever that cycle is for you, it can be broken in 2025, and you'll have a prosperous year, and you will meet your goals. You'll soar like never before, and you'll begin to start seeing changes in your life. So these are the steps to having a new year resolution that sticks. So we're going to start early. We're going to start on good footing. We're going to plan and we're going to write it down. Put it somewhere where you can see it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more tips and follow my debt-free journey. I post debt updates every month. See you in the next one. Bye.